I'm delighted to welcome you to this reception for the writers on the shortlist of the Nigeria Prize for Literature, sponsored by the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, based here in Port Harcourt. Now, when we think of Port Harcourt, the image that comes to us is oil and gas, and rightly so. Or we may remember the beautiful landscape that earned us the name of Nigeria's Garden City. But beyond that, Port Harcourt has a rich literary heritage. It is the home of writers like novelist Edechi Amadi, poet Gabriel Okara, and Ken Saro-Wiwa. In recent years, writers like Kaine Agari, who incidentally once won the Nigeria Prize for Literature, and others like Igoni Barrett, Chimeka Garrett, and Jowo Ile have emerged from this city. It is here that the playwright Olarotimi worked, developing creative talent at the Crab, which is the theatre of the University of Port Harcourt, producing gifted Nollywood actors like Hilda Dokubo, Sam Dede, and Rita Dominic. Growing up in Port Harcourt, our parents used to take us to theatre in the old town, and there we watched stage performances directed by people like Komish Nikie. There were actors like Joya Agama, Barbara Soki on stage, and we were able to appreciate the rich literary offerings of this city. I also spent many of my Saturdays in the library at Bernard Carr, discovering new worlds through books. In the turn of the millennium, I returned to Port Harcourt, having sojourned in other places. And the Port Harcourt I saw was different. I didn't see the literary activities I was used to. The library was deserted, and we decided to do something about it. So we founded the Rainbow Book Club in 2005, and in the same year, we brought author Chimamanda Adichie from New York to kick off the Get Nigeria Reading Again campaign with us to encourage reading for personal and national development. The following year, Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka threw his weight behind our effort by coming to Port Harcourt for our campaign. Then we began running book clubs, mobile library, and reading lessons for children in rural communities. In 2008, we established the Garden City Literary Festival, which was later named the Port Harcourt Book Festival. It grew from a 3-day outing to a week-long one that comprised the book fair. It was more than a book festival, it was an art festival as well. Book fair, conferences, author readings, trainings, stage performances, special events for children. Multitudes trooped to this beautiful city to participate, and so it went on year after year. We also got leaders and celebrities to read to children to stimulate interest in books. I'm proud to say that Port Harcourt Boy, and now Grammy Award winner Burna Boy, read to children at our platform. So gradually, the image of Port Harcourt as oil city, and then I forgot to mention, there was a time it was known more for militancy, but that began to shift, and Port Harcourt began to emerge as a book city. In 2012, we decided we should bid for Port Harcourt to be World Book Capital. So with the support of the Rivers State government and the presidency, we put in the bid to UNESCO. That year, other cities like Moscow in Russia, Lyon in France, Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates, and Oxford in England were also competing, but we got the World Book Capital to this university. The benefits of that program are tangible and intangible. Every year, a city of the world holds that title, and in that year, they have to organize programs lasting the entire year to promote books and reading, and that's what we did. So our city is now an excellent creative hub, but we've also noticed that a lot of our talent are leaving, looking for greener pastures, creative pastures elsewhere. This is where the work of Nigeria LNG in endowing this literary award is so important. LNG stands out amongst its peers. With the inauguration of the Nigeria Prize for Literature in 2004, Nigeria LNG has demonstrated its commitment to literary craftsmanship. Today, this prize is the biggest in Africa. I think LNG deserves an applause. Yeah. So we thank LNG for moving a step further, particularly thank the General Manager, Mr. Andy Odre, for bringing this reception of the shortlist to Port Harcourt. It's a great encouragement to the literary community and the creatives by extension. We hope that other IOCs and corporate organizations would follow this noble example of LNG and join hands to keep our book city alive and by extension grow the creative ecosystem that will occupy our teeming, innovative, and talented youth. Today on this stage, we'll see some of that creativity on display. But this is not a day for long speeches, so I'm going to round off here by just saying, welcome to Port Harcourt, Nigeria's garden city. Welcome to Port Harcourt, home of the Nigeria LNG Limited, sponsors of the Nigeria Prize for Literature. Welcome to Port Harcourt, UNESCO World Book Capital 2014.